3 wheels, 1 baby, and a whole lot of adventure. We're self-driving through the southern coast of Sri Lanka, discovering beaches, culture, amazing friendly people, and delicious cuisines. Whoever thought it was a good idea to tuk-tuk around Sri Lanka with a 9-month-old? But we couldn't say no to this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. This is real, raw family travel, with diapers, detours, and unforgettable moments. We are a family from the Himalayan kingdom of Nepal. I'm Baba, the planner, driver, and narrator. That's Mamu, the good vibes and map reader. And meet little Sas, our 9-month-old explorer, taking on Sri Lanka one tuk-tuk ride at a time.
We kicked off this adventure in 2023, and in this first episode we traveled around 90 kilometers from Negombo to Bentota. From weaving through the wild chaos of Colombo's traffic to cruising along quiet seaside roads lined with palm trees and salty air, we'll be tasting delicious local street food, soaking up Sri Lankan culture, and figuring out what it's really like to travel with a toddler in a 3-wheeled rickshaw. So buckle up and join us for the ride. Day 1 of our tuk-tuk adventure through South Sri Lanka, and the journey begins with the crash course in how to actually drive one of these 3-wheelers. We learn the basics, how to handle the gear shifts, when to honk, and most importantly, how not to tip it over on a tight corner. A quick rundown on daily maintenance followed, oil checks, tire pressure, and how to keep this little machine humming to tropical adventure. With our training complete, we got our Sri Lankan tuk-tuk license that we had pre-ordered. We then packed up and hit the road, leaving Negombo behind for a 90-kilometer ride down the coast to Bentota. The roads were chaotic, scenery stunning, and the freedom instant. This was just the beginning.
Thank you.
I won't lie, that first day was a struggle, and we were doubting if we could even finish this trip. It was hot, and we had way too much luggage for a tuk-tuk trip, and it was a bit cramped at the back. But we managed to get to Bentota in one piece and find a nice little B&B called Happy Coco's right on the beach. We then headed to the beach for the sunset and Sas's first beach experience, along with some amazing local seafood of freshly caught crab and prawns, ending our day with a much-deserved local beer. The second day of our island adventure is starting off right, with breakfast by the beach. There's honestly no better way to wake up than to the sound of the waves and the smell of fresh sea breeze. Today we dive into more local flavors, explore hidden gems, and soak in everything this coastal paradise has to offer. Another 100-kilometer ride to our Airbnb in Matara. The second day was a lot easier. We finally got used to the tuk-tuk and the views were breathtaking. The turquoise blue water gave us the energy and boost we needed to carry on. We stopped at a seafood shack. The food in Sri Lanka doesn't disappoint. We stopped off at the tsunami memorial near Hikkaduwa, commemorates the devastating 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami and its victims. We finally reached our Airbnb ahead of our estimated time, greeted with fresh coconuts. We fell in love with this treehouse at first sight, an open kitchen along with a huge outdoor toilet with a shower in the woods, perfectly complemented by a small but cozy dipping pool and this amazing ocean view. Ending our night with a glass of Jack and a fresh dip as soon as the baby is asleep. Another morning where ocean waves were our alarm clock. The Airbnb host came and made us a fresh Sri Lankan breakfast where we tried our first hopper and Sas has his first mango. A little stroll along the ocean before we head out on a short ride today, around 22 kilometers from Matara to the surfers' paradise of Hirikatia Beach. First, we made a small detour to the Dondra Head Lighthouse, famous for being the southmost point of Sri Lanka. We couldn't find a decent child-friendly place in Hirikatia Beach, so backtracked a few kilometers and ended up in Dickwella, a small family-run hotel right by the beach with an amazing pool, plus a crib for Sas, ending the day once again with the sound of waves. Waking up to yet another breathtaking view of the ocean, the sound of waves, warm golden light and salty breeze. It never gets old, but today is extra special. It's Sas's first proper beach day. Our little Himalayan boy from Nepal might be used to the mountains, but the salty water didn't scare him one bit. Watching him splash around in the waves and feel the sand between his toes for the first time, pure magic. After all the ocean fun, a quick swim lesson with Baba. Another stunning Sri Lankan morning, falling in love with this little country even more day by day. Just a short ride to Silent Beach, Tangalle today to catch some fresh seafood. Even Mamu tried to drive today and loved it. A small off-road adventure leads us to this rocky beach of Silent Bay. The water was a little rough for swimming here, so we just relaxed and enjoyed the views. On the menu today, fresh lobsters, that too for 1/10 the price, served with a Sri Lankan curry and fried rice. Mama wanted to drive some more, so we took another detour to Blue Beach Island. Watching local fishermen boats was a treat. What a day it's been here in paradise. Beach hopping across Sri Lanka in our trusty tuk-tuk, soaking in all the local vibes. Just did a quick tuk-tuk check to make sure we're all set for tomorrow, and now it's time to wrap up with a well-earned dinner at our hotel's highly rated restaurant. Thanks for tagging along. Do subscribe to follow the rest of the trip, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Good night from Sri Lanka Tuk-Tuk Diaries Part 1.